Hey guys, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College Application. The 2025-2026 Common Black College Application is now officially open. And I want to take a few minutes to walk you through some of the features that we think are important when you're completing the application. The first thing you want to do is go to commonblackcollegeapp.com and click on Start Application. Once you do that, it's going to take you to Applicant Login. Once you're on that page, you want to click on Create New Account. One of the things you want to consider when you're creating a new account is that the email address that you use to complete the application should be one that you'll be able to use after May when you've graduated from high school. A lot of students complete the application using a high school email address, and then when they graduate, they no longer have access to that email. So please keep that in mind as you're completing the application. So you've successfully created an account and now you want to complete your application. So what you want to do is click here to get started. It's then going to take you to the dashboard page, and some of the things that we want to highlight on this page is the QR code that you'll be able to use when you go to college fairs to share your information with some of our member institutions. Also on this page, it's important to see that the activity, meaning the schools that are downloading your transcript, your application, and your test scores, you'll be able to also see that information on this page. Guys, you also want to remember, anything that has a red star has to be completed. That's what's known as a mandatory field. The next page that you would go to is the high school page, and this is an extremely important page. The first thing, for those of you that are homeschoolers, be sure that you indicate so on this page. For those of you that are attending a traditional high school and you don't know your SEEB code, because that's what drives the process. It's a 6-digit code that every high school has. So if you don't know your SEEB code, all you have to do is enter your high school and it'll search for your SEEB code, and then you can enter that. Another thing that you want to be cognizant of is that this is also driven by the school counselor. That will be the person to upload your transcripts. So the counselors will receive an email letting them know that you've completed the application and asking them to create an account to upload your transcript. If in fact you find that the counselor has not received that email, all you have to do is let them know to go to the Common Black College Application website and click on School Counselor, and they can create an account that way as well. Again, guys, one of the most important things to understand that the process is driven by the SEEB code. So you and the counselor have to enter the same 6-digit SEEB code. One of the things that you want to know about test scores, there are some schools that are still test optional. So you'd want to be sure to check with the colleges that you're interested in attending. In reference to the test scores being uploaded to the system, your school counselor can upload your test scores, or you can upload your test scores here in the student dashboard. The enrollment page is another important page. This is where you select your top 4 institutions. Now, please understand, your application will be made available to all the institutions that we represent, and you'll be able to go back into the system later once the application has been submitted to select more schools. But this is where you select your top 4. Please understand that once you select your top 4, you cannot change these. So you want to be sure that you're definitely interested in those particular schools. Guys, it's also important to note, some of our schools will not process your application unless you select them as one of the top 4 or you select them as a school of interest. And as I said before, we'll show you in another video how to go back into the system and select more schools. As far as the family page is concerned, the most important thing to note is you have to enter the information for at least one parent or guardian. Now, as we go on to the essay, please understand that it cannot be more than 500 words, and we strongly encourage you to type the essay in our system as opposed to cut and pasting the essay. You also want to be sure to check I understand to be able to move forward with completing the application. If you have selected a school that is requiring you to answer additional questions, this is where you'll see those questions. So you're almost done. So all you have to do at this point is just complete the final details and then go on to review the application. The next thing that you have to do is enter a promo code or pay the $20 application fee to activate your application. As far as the promo code is concerned, we have partnerships with several different school districts and college access programs around the country. So be sure to check with your school counselor to see if in fact they have a promo code that will waive the $20 application fee. So now you completed the Common Black College application and it's now active. So guys, if in the event you have to, you can go back into the system to update your account information. You can change your password, or you can enable or disable certain messages that you can receive within the student dashboard. Guys, thank you so much. And we certainly look forward to having you as a part of the Common Black College application family. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at contact@commonblackcollegeapp.com. Thank you, and get educated.